Tonight, we're taking a look at an important race in the North County, Oceanside City Council District 3 race.
Yeah, the current District 3 council member, Ryan Keim, is running for Oceanside mayor against Esther Sanchez, so that leaves the seat vacant. There are 4 candidates vying to replace him, including Laura Bassett, Austin Sorensen, Jimmy Figueroa, and Tom DeMoy. And joining us now to talk about his run for that district seat is Tom DeMoy. So, Tom, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. You are a longtime Oceanside resident, a lot of years of community involvement. Give us a little background about yourself and why you think you're the right person for this job.
Well, I'm a 25-year homeowner in the city of Oceanside. I'm a blue-collar worker. I worked for 30 years in the newspapers. I worked 12 years at the San Diego Union Tribune as a production supervisor in running the presses. We ran tens and millions of newspapers. Now it's sold, it's a little bit different. I'm with Neighborhood Watch for 15 years, the Oceanside PD Neighborhood Watch policing team. I bring communities together, bring our neighborhoods together to safely, secure their homes and, avoid crime. I'm with Main Street Oceanside for over 8 years. I'm a board member on Main Street Oceanside. And I'm with the 4th of July committee. That's a lot of fun. I walk the parade, I hand out flags. And I'm with the Oceanside Main Street Promotional and Design Committee, and also Downtown Advisory Committee.
So you're busy.
I'm busy, and I live in the Tri-City area.
So tell us why you think, though, that you're the best candidate for this job.
Oh, wow, I'm glad you asked that. I'm the better of the 4 candidates, okay? So, of course, I would say that. I believe I'm a stronger candidate. I will have a louder voice and listen more to the community and the people of Oceanside. I talk to them all the time. I know Oceanside like the back of my hand. I'm everywhere. I'm down at the South Oceanside. I'm up in the trails up there and Tri-City area. I'm down in the valley. I know the area just really good, and I know the issues in Tri-City area. We have a chronic homeless issue that we need more attention. More resources in our little Tri-City area. Brother Benno's is doing a great job up down in the valley. We have the new navigation center that's been about a year. They're doing a fantastic job, but I believe Tri-City area along the College Boulevard and Vista Way needs more attention.
Yeah, so you've obviously lived there, like you said, a quarter of a century, and you're obviously very involved in the community. What do you think Oceanside needs going forward? What do you mean? Because obviously it's changed a lot too in a lot of spots, including South Oceanside.
See, a lot of people don't want overdevelopment, and I agree with them. We don't want big 8, 15-story downtown high-rises, or even over by off of El Camino Real, they want to do an 8-story. I don't know, it's a senior center or something like that, a senior building. They want to keep the development slow and easy and not overdeveloped. South Oceanside, they do not want owner-occupied short-term vacation rentals. If you live, they have a lot of concern about living next door to a short-term vacation rental and people going in and out. It's like a motel every single day.
What about people who, they say, okay, we have a huge homeless problem like you talked about, but we don't want to build and provide that affordable housing. How do you square those two things?
Well, I'm all for affordable housing. Affordable housing needs to be in the right, proper place, low-income housing. We do have a homeless issue. I don't have the answer to our homeless issue, but we can't forget our homeless. We can't forget them, and we just can't leave them alone. We need to, it's more of a higher up state issue. Our cops, their hands are tied in actually getting rid of them. We need more help from other cities that take care of the homeless and just try to fix the issue, but we can't forget the homeless.
And speaking of public safety, you said the police's hands are tied. That's a big issue that you've seen. There's been a lot of issues in terms of violence and things like that. Talk about what you would do in terms of public safety.
Well, I back the Oceanside PD 100%. I will never ever think about defunding the police or the fire department or our EMS. They're a great force. taking the leadership of Captain Stadler. He's doing a great job over there. The police department is involved with the community. They're involved with neighborhoods. They have neighborhood watch. They have coffee with a cop.
But are there things that need to be done to improve public safety that you think should be put in?
Oh, there's always room to improve public safety. We need more police on our police force. We need the tools to actually help our community and keep safety on the streets. And I'm all for safety on the streets when it comes to that.
Yeah, when you talk about the homeless issue, obviously it's one that affects the whole state, affects the whole country, but really here in Southern California we deal with it quite extensively. You kind of indicate you don't feel like there's a lot we can do at the local level. There's got to be solutions that are on the table you've heard that you might think maybe there's something we can do, or do you think it's just best to defer to what Governor Newsom does, for example?
Well, like I said, we can't forget the homeless. We got to keep on trying to help the homeless. During the last winter, when it was pouring rain, I saw this one lady put a shopping cart, throwing her just stuff out of the shopping cart, and it was sad. I don't know if we can get a temporary pop-up tents, like sit on the parking rides and just, let them get out of the rain, something like that. We can't forget the homeless.
Well, very quickly, last week City Council voted to adopt new changes to the public encampment laws. How would you deal with that? I mean, what do you think of that?
Nobody wants, parking rides, their encampment in their backyard, but we can find good places to, help the homeless overnight, maybe safe parking lots, get the safe parking lots going. And, nobody wants them in the backyard, but we do have places in Oceanside to help them. And other cities in the North County can also do their job and be accountable in helping the homeless.
Are there things that are going on with the City Council right now that you say, hey, they're doing a really great job of this, or things that you say they're really not doing a great job and we need to make a lot of changes?
Well, I'll say one thing. They balanced the budget last year. Okay, well, that's great. But they need to look at other more community issues. They need to work together in getting the job done in the city of Oceanside.
And you feel like you can do that as far as
Oh
working?
yeah, I'm a team player. I'm a production. I worked 30 years, blue collar worker. Yeah, I will work. I'm very open-minded. I get along with people. Sure. My feet aren't cemented in cement. So if I make I listen to the public. I listen to everybody walking around in Oceanside.
Well, Tom, we appreciate you coming in very much. Best of luck to you.
I do appreciate it.
Again, this is the race for Oceanside's District 3 seat on the City Council. His opponent, Jimmy Figueroa, joined us earlier this week to talk a little bit about his campaign, and Laura Bassett will be joining us on Monday. Of course, we have reached out to Austin Sorensen, but have not yet heard back. We do have a link to all of their interviews on our website, fox5sandiego.com/election, and there you will also find our full election guide.